Good morning, Kyle Winston. I would like to purchase the vacant land that you have for sale, posted on Crexy.com. I see it next to the brand new Taco Bell and the brand new car wash in Gardner, Kansas. My name's Luke Smith. I'm a land guy. I love figuring out land. A friend of mine sent me a link to this listing and I started looking at this piece of land. He said, Luke, this is good land for you. Check this out. You know what to do with this. We're working with some other tenants that could use this property. He says this tenant and that tenant from other deals we're working on. I said, sure enough, this looks like a fun one. I'm a data guy. I like studying data and figuring out land. I started looking at the neighbors. The neighbors are pretty new. Even McDonald's is new, right? But tracking back where their customers are coming from and where they're going, and looking at the shops that are up and down the 35 and the next exit up or a couple exits up where the Walmart is, and seeing where their customers are coming from and where they're going. And what other shops are they shopping at? Which ones are they returning to the most? Which brands do they have the largest affinity to that are not in this retail corridor yet? I like studying that. I like figuring that out. I like reaching out to those brands and those tenants that are not there yet, telling them and showing them the data and saying, I'll build a shop for you. I'll dress the land up for you to build your building on it. I'll do what it takes to make this property yours and get your brand to go here. I'll make it really easy for you. What can we do to make it happen? A little bit more about me. I started buying properties in the middle of nowhere. I call them desert squares. Properties that don't have access, properties that don't have utilities, just really cheap ones, like $500 properties, because that's what I could afford. I started marketing them all over the place. I started marketing them on eBay. I started marketing them on Craigslist and Facebook and you name it, all over the internet, anywhere I could get ads out there. I started selling those properties. I started selling them for more. I started selling them on terms. I sold them for cash. I sold them in lots of ways. I got bigger ones. I split them up. I sold more of them. I went back. I got more properties. I sold those. I started offering $700, like bigger money, right? And I started buying those, and then I had $1,000 and $1,200 and $1,500. And all kinds of dollars, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, and going up into more higher quality properties from there. Properties with views, properties on the water, properties that have the utilities, properties that have nice houses next door, properties that should turn into something, mainly residential properties. Somewhere along the way, I started buying portfolios of properties that were house goes here style properties, and the people had high traffic retail property hidden in there. What do I do with this one? You know, I got to buy the whole portfolio, so I got to figure this land out too. It's high traffic retail properties, and boy, I didn't understand what I was getting into. That's a different animal. That's a different kind of land. It's really hard to sell those properties. I tried selling them all over the internet. I tried selling them at auctions. I tried selling them through dozens of different brokers and lots of different ways. They're really hard to sell. I started figuring out who should use this property and reaching out to them and keeping track of it and keeping data sets and figuring out who eventually ended up selling it to. But it wasn't until I figured out who should use those properties that I got the sales pitch right to be able to sell those properties. And reaching out to them and offering it to them and making it really easy for them to use the property sold them even faster. By doing that over time, I've learned a lot about these high traffic retail properties, who uses these properties, who's the fastest to act, and what kind of deals and terms they like to do them under. I can reach out to those same people I've sold land to numerous times over my career, and I can pitch this one to them. And I can offer to go build a building for them. I can offer to ground lease it. I can offer to put all the dirt work together, put all the foundations together, put their building on it, or pay for the building to go on it. And when I do that to the right names and show them the data of who's going here, who's going to the shops next door, what shops are missing and their brand is missing, and showing them what level of business is happening here with all the data and statistics that I have on locations like this, I make the financial case for them to put their next shop here, win them over and make it happen. So as a part of this offer that I'm offering you to purchase this property, I'm asking for some time. I'm asking for some time to do some due diligence on this property. And the due diligence for me is talking to those tenants. I see the utilities are already tagged in. I see the access. It looks pretty flat. It looks like we can do a drive-through, 0.6 acres. It's your classic out parcel, a quick service restaurant, or a high traffic retail property that I love to work with. So my due diligence is finding a tenant that says, I love this, Luke. This is me. I believe your numbers. I believe your sales pitch. I want you to do it. Let's do it together. High five them and come back and close with you as fast as I can and go take it with them and collect rent from them for the rest of forever is the idea. So that's my sales pitch. My name's Luke Smith. With this video, you'll see the offer to purchase this property, as well as proof of funds to show that I could pay for the property. I'm asking for some time as part of this offer to work with the guys I know and I like to work with that have the brands to use this property, to be the end users in this property. If you're willing to do that, if you're willing to take this offer with me, please let me know. I got my contact information involved, and I'm open to questions, I'm open to comments, and let's make it happen. If you're watching this video and you're speaking my language and you like working vacant land properties or vacant building properties and finding tenants for them, or you want to learn how, I've got a free community on the internet too. You can follow the link in the description of this video back to there. We talk a lot about doing deals like this, a lot about vacant properties and vacant buildings and splitting them and making them happen. If we had a larger property like this one is coming from, that they put the car wash on and the Taco Bell on, like those kinds of properties, split them out and put a couple different brands on them. I like those kinds of deals too. So we talk about those kinds of deals and putting them together, making them happen, and marketing them and putting tenants in them and stuff on the free community. If you follow the link back to that, I do live calls pretty regularly on there and answer all kinds of questions and teach and learn. I learn by teaching, right? And so if you're interested in that, follow that link in the description below. Otherwise, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. Bye.